I say for anybody, especially on the marketing side, when you can really love and use the products that you work at, it makes a difference in how you market, right?
Build the buzz with every post, make the most, we coast to coast, from news to trends, we never stop. The publisher's playbook got it locked. Click, click, make it magic. In the digital rapid, we're unstoppable, so phenomenal.
We're incredibly excited to have Lovevery as a brand partner here at impact.com. I know me, as a parent of 2 kids, I can immediately see the value of the Lovevery play kits. Not only for keeping your kids entertained, which is a big deal, but you also want to make sure that they're being educated in some way. I don't know if it's the guilty conscience that I have as a parent. I'd much rather them be doing something, be entertained, be learning, rather than, let's say, just playing on a video game where I know maybe they're entertained, but maybe there's not as much educational value to that. So as a parent, I see the value right away. And then I've been a marketer my whole life. And I think that this is a really cool business and product to work on partnerships with, because I can imagine that the content that creators could talk about, or review sites, these are fun things with kids. I mean, the content is pretty dynamic. So that is a couple of the reasons why I'm thrilled to chat with you today, Colby. So why don't we get started?
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So why don't we start off? Tell me about the business. How did Lovevery get started? What was the founding story?
Yeah, so Lovevery was founded by Jessica Rolfe and Roderick Morris. They founded the company in 2015. So this is fortunately pre-COVID, before everything really took off. But they really decided that they wanted to make it easier for families to be able to have expert guidance and have beautifully made, really well staged play essentials. We call them playthings that are obviously made available from a simple subscription format, which obviously back in 2015 was the start of a period where subscription services really took off.
Yeah, you could have, I remember the subscription wave. It was like there was a subscription for everything. It didn't matter if it was your kid, your dog, your cleaning items. Everyone wanted, it was the SaaS model, the subscription kind of model moved into everything. And you're right, it was pre-COVID. So there was this subscription move, and then COVID, I'm sure, accelerated that. And I'm curious, you call them playthings. Tell me a little more around the products or subscriptions that are offered at Lovevery.
Yeah, so our flagship product is our play kits. Now, our play kits go from the ages of 0 to 12 weeks all the way up until about 4 years old, or about closer to them getting to 5 years old. And it starts off for the first year, kind of around hitting every couple of months, every 2 months. And then by the time you get to the first year, all the way through year 4, it comes every quarter. So it's beautifully structured to be able to help children. And the goal is to really hit on being Montessori-inspired toys, playthings, hitting on the exact developmental stage of your child. So don't really need to focus and worry about your age, your child's age, but it's more of the stage.
Yeah, that's cool. So you have different playthings, different items come in depending on like the age and where your kid is at. So something that they're going to play with when they're 6 months old is quite a bit different, I imagine, than when they're 5 years old.
Exactly. And believe it or not, I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, and my son still plays with my daughter's things. And he's a 5-year-old and she's a 2-year-old. So it's just like beautifully structured to where it is. You will see how your child, it's just like, it's awesome the moment when they open the kit and they are starting to engage with it, and like something clicks in them of like, oh, like, let me put this square in this hole, or let me like mess with it. Like there's so many different unique items that are within each play kit that is helpful. And honestly, we've expanded out over just even the past couple of years. We just launched our reading skill set, which is geared on being like a play-based phonics system that is helping kids. Because I don't know about you, but reading for kids is becoming significantly more challenging, and our system is to be a fun way for kids to learn how to read. That we're excited that it's taken off. To be honest, it's been a fun way addition to the system.
I can see that being a difficult thing. I mean, my kids are 14 and 12, but even when they were young, I mean, everything's so video based now that you don't really see text the way maybe when we were kids, like there was, you were either playing outside or you were like reading a book, or you're watching TV, maybe playing a little bit of video games. There just wasn't this, onslaught of just video content all the time. So I could see that helping parents figure out a way to teach their kids to read without trying to pin them down and be like, hey, we're going to go through this novel today together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun. Like one of the examples we have is it's like a track. It's a wooden track that you have like two dogs that you could play with, and it's a deck of cards that comes with it, and it has a picture of different things on it, and it's about syllables. So like you see hummingbird and hummingbird, and like you move the dog around the track, and my son it's a game. Like he's just so excited with it, but like he picks it up quick, and the words that are challenging to figure out how many syllables are in it, we talk through it, and the ones that he's easy, it's like, okay, helicopter, let me just do that. It's fun. It's a nice fun way for kids to learn how to read.
Yeah, and these are, different playthings are involved each time. What is it that you feel makes your company or these products, what makes them unique in the market? Because the toy market is insanely crowded, I imagine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I think when it comes down to toys, Lovevery really positions itself at being developmentally geared around children. So like as much as like even I will say with my children, they play with them without the expectation of it being development. It's a play thing. So yeah, they're going to mess with all the different variants, but our products are, have been built with child development experts, so that way it can be really geared towards exactly what a child needs. It's been tested with real families. We are very thorough, very big on being able to have families who engage with the product long before we launch it. And then obviously we really pride ourselves on being able to be made with safe, sustainable materials. So that way it really becomes easy for people to look at the quality of our products. I mean, you can look at the products within our kits when you go to our website, but when you actually see the Amazon variations and think, oh, well, I'll just buy the Amazon version. It's so different when you actually get the kit, you see it, and it's like you hold it or compare it, and you see like these are very well crafted, well put together items. Like my son and my daughter throw them down the stairs any chance they can get. Those items are still here. Yeah. It just goes to show you, like, we really try to focus on quality while also making sure that it's, developmentally helping these children really accomplish what we hope it does.
That's cool. That's a good differentiator. And again, I go back to this idea, like parents are out there just trying to do a good job, but everyone's overwhelmed. So it's nice when you can give, like, your kid enjoys it, but also, you're doing a good thing for them at the same time. I always think that's a valuable thing for a parent to just, take a little bit of the guilt away, right? Especially when they're going to be on screens quite a bit. So how can you make sure that in some times they're getting educated, but they're having fun doing it, right?
Exactly.
So tell me about your role at the company. What's your involvement here at Lovevery?
Yeah, so I oversee global affiliates and partnerships for the company, which we're in, obviously, US and Canada. We are in the UK, the European, the EU area, and also the APAC region. So we really do hit on all of that. And I happen to oversee a lot of the affiliate programs in all of those regions, as well as partnerships of how is it we can engage and expand beyond just the general affiliate model.
Well, cool. That's great that you're a global company in that way, because I imagine, like, logistically, since you're sending out packages, by mail or by courier on a regular basis, it's not a digital product where you can just expand internationally, just turn on market after market. So that must also differentiate you in this kind of global reach and understanding different cultures. That's an interesting part of, I imagine, your role as well, as understanding the markets that you're in.
Oh, absolutely. It's been so intriguing just being able to embrace the fact, like, for the EU region, we have come in, I believe it's 7 or 8 different languages. So like we have really customized the play kits to really be adaptable by different languages. And then on top of that, that allows us to start incorporating new products that we feel like would fit from the reading skill set just recently launched over in the EU and the UK ranges. So it's a nice addition to have. But yeah, it's really fun because let's be honest, everybody's having children worldwide. It just really comes down to being able to emphasize how is it we can get there and have those kits be a value to them.
Yeah, definitely. And so what is it that gets you excited about your job?
Well, like I alluded to, I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. I mean, I love the fact that my children get to experience the product and I get to see firsthand where the product really sticks and has the opportunity. I say for anybody, especially on the marketing side, when you can really love and use the products that you work at, it makes a difference in how you market, right? And I think for us, for me, I love it because, one, the product is fantastic and I see it every time I get a package in front of my door and the excitement that my children have. And then 2, honestly, the people at this company are fantastic. It's very rare you have a company that's as big as Lovevery that still works like a very small startup. And when you have that product, you have leaders who are really big on testing, on making sure that the product really thrives, and like they pass that along to everyone within the company. But like we all have this all in. We are a very close knit team. There's not silos. It's really just a collaborative team effort as far as to us being able to make sure we're providing the best product while also making sure that everybody within the marketing team has what they need to be able to let everybody know about it.
Yeah, so you got a great role. It's a great company. The product itself, you know, must make you feel good. You're educating the world's children in a lot of ways. I mean, what can be better than that? I imagine there's also some challenges with it. I'm curious, you know, what keeps you up at night, or what bottlenecks are you running into?
Yes. So I'm going to say this loosely, and I hope whoever's listening to this recognizes when I'm not talking bad about the product. So the product is the most challenging point, at least for my role. And I would say the reason why is because the flagship product, the playkits, it's been around since 2015, and of course we've added some older years, but like compared to other roles that I've had where I've sold mattresses, I've sold shoes, I've sold various mini products that you can say like oftentimes you do get retention value from it. The hard part with Lovevery, from what I've seen from an affiliate side, is our product has been around, and our play kits have not been updated to the level of something new is coming out every single year like you do with other products, right?
Yeah.
And with us, it is harder to find affiliates who are new, that have audience share, that have the captivity to be able to get in front of them and get us in front of new audiences. As much as it's always going back to the same resources and figuring out how we can tell a different story. So like, it is challenging in that aspect because we truly do love the product, and like we're more than happy with, especially with some of our larger major publishers, of figuring out, hey, you have a new person who's on your team on the commerce side, maybe, and they're having a kid. How can we get in front of them so that way they can experience it? But not everybody's going to be pregnant. Not everybody's going to have new kids. And unfortunately for us, our products get to a point where by the time you're that 6-7-year-old age range, your children age out of using Lovevery. Yeah. So it's got to be this, constant recycling of finding new people who are having kids and being able to bring them on. And that it's a challenge. It is very challenging to be able to navigate that and getting new content to fit that of a product that's been literally a staple for almost over 10 years now.
Yeah, that's interesting. You have this churn that is almost intentional, right? Like the kid gets to a certain age and they age out of your product, which means, there's got to be another kid to replace that kid as far as the subscription goes, because your subscription has some sort of limit on it. I'm curious, are there any, stats or anything? I always hear like, my sister has 4 kids and that's a lot of kids, right? Or, my mom was one of 10, like French Catholic family. They just have as many kids as you can physically have, I think, right? Yeah. And then I only have 2 kids, and some people I know have no kids. Has there been changing demographics that pose any challenges?
I definitely think with the tide of statistics that have come out of people having less kids than they have been, I think that that's inevitable, right? Yeah. I think that's out of stuff that's out of our control that you can't have. Is if people went from having 3, 4, 5 plus kids to now it's only 2, it does change the dynamic of what that looks like. But yeah, I would say that is probably, when it comes down to the world, the industry, it's like it is harder for us to be able to navigate, knowing that, okay, there's not as many children that are there, but also I think economic climate makes it to where, one, our kids coming into the picture, but also because our product is a little bit higher AOV than normal. Is there a willingness to subscribe to a product like this to justify the investment, right? And that's kind of just the world we're navigating, which I honestly think you probably know from a subscription side. Subscription fatigue has been real. People have expressed that pretty ad nauseum, whether it's a $10, audio subscription, or it's all the way up to a couple $100 for your children. Everybody's having these moments and waves, and I think we're just going through that as well.
Yeah, definitely. Right. Great product, but the business model itself, which is a great business model. I mean, everyone wants a subscription model, but it poses its own challenges because you have to retain them. Yeah. You have to find new users on a regular basis. So that makes a lot of sense to me. Can you tell me a little bit more about your affiliate and creator programs? I'm curious, what are the goals that you have for these programs?
Yeah, so Our main things that we look for from a publisher standpoint come down to one, email signups or lead generation. Like, how are you able to drive people to sign up for our program or to generally just even stay interested, buy through our newsletters, things of that, get into our list. That is a huge opportunity that I feel like from a publisher side, like leverage that. If you may not be able to get somebody to subscribe today, like we know that there's a longer conversion window for our product, so get them in and you can get that credit for that sale through the lead side, as well as being able to eventual conversion. And then obviously traffic is a big one for us. I think obviously with the way that things have changed with search engine optimization and just how things are looking, traffic is always a challenging piece, but we don't hold that as just a sole value point. We do want to be able to add that as a component, but traffic is definitely important for us. And then new subscriptions are always going to be I would say the number one KPI we look for, the goal that we look for. How do you get new subscribers into Lovevery? Helps the LTV of of Lovevery as a whole, but also it's the best product we have to be able to get people introduced to the quality of Lovevery. Combine all three. There's so many ways to work with us on that side.
Yeah, definitely. It sounds like you look at more than just, you're not really a one-time sale. So it's important for you to bring people into the community, learn about what you guys are, whether it's the founding story or the new, playthings that are coming out next month, or what age groups can have different developmental kind of, concepts. So there's a lot there. And it sounds like you are looking for partners and you reward partners a lot of the way through that journey, not just on a one-time conversion. So I'm curious how your affiliate and creator advocate programs help you achieve those goals of, driving in email subscribers and then, eventually subscribers to the Plaything subscription, and then making sure that they stick around so that your lifetime value of that, there's a lot of value in someone sticking with you for 5 years, I'm sure. So tell me of how these partnership programs help achieve those goals.
Yeah, I think the main word to use is flexibility, right? I think what you see within our programs that we have is that one, the affiliate side allows us to leverage the wonderful capabilities that Impact's performance models allow you to use, right? The tracking, the implementation of an affiliate model that helps these partners come in at different ways, whether it's a creator affiliate or from an advocate standpoint. This allows us to adapt our partnerships well, because some affiliates are great at getting people engaged, getting people to the site to learn about Lovevery, while you do have others that are really good at being able to drive that bottom funnel conversion. So obviously being able to have that flexibility to incentivize based off of that, we do a really good job of being able to segment, saying, hey, if you're an introducer, we will give you preferred status, as well as being able to know for those bottom of the funnels, we'll still give you some level of credit as well, because you did have value into that conversion window. Now, on the creator side, we don't solely work on a CPA model. Like, I do think that we are open to flexibility around that as far as to how do we have some level of a hybrid. But let's be honest, most creators don't want to just be on a CPA model nowadays. And we do try to offer and lead with that, just to be able to know, like, let's see what the general interest within your audience, because, the audiences of these creators do vary so widely, between just a couple of hundred, maybe a couple thousand, all the way to a couple 100,000 to millions, right? So we really try to find the best way to be flexible in that standpoint. And then even on the advocate side is like, we do have a referral program that allows us to be able to engage, but that's a completely different opportunity that we see as a means to be able to get somebody in to engage with us and refer family and friends. Obviously, especially those who do love the product, we do see that is a very big opportunity to leverage. But the goal oftentimes comes down to the partner than it does just one select group. And we really try to make sure that the relationships we have with partners go deep enough to where we can leverage it the right way.
That's cool. Yeah, you talk about it in this like flexibility standpoint. I've been marketing my entire career, and it always, advertising and marketing always seemed like these one channel approaches. Hey, I'm doing search marketing, right? Hey, I'm doing social marketing. But I do find that this partnership space, you might have some creators over here that are raising awareness of, your subscription product. You might have a coupon publisher over here because you're doing a Black Friday sale and you want to make sure that you're in front of as many people as possible. And you could have review sites as well that are comparing you against your competitive set and where you're strong and maybe where you have rooms to improve the products. So exactly. I'd love to hear if you have a couple of big successes, and feel free to name some names here that you've seen working to achieve these goals.
Yeah, one of them is I would say she's that affiliate creator bucket. She's been fantastic. Her name is the Confidently Mom. Her name is Rachel Ritlop. She's fantastic. She has been with us for a long time, probably for, I'm going to say, over 5+ years. She's really big on the YouTube side. Her blog is fantastic. Her content is in-depth, honest. Like we have a very close direct relationship, and that has been a big contributor to our business, because our team hears the feedback, and anything that she has had concerns with, we provide that feedback saying, hey, we hear you, here's some feedback on how to address that. And it's been a very fluid relationship, but she is honestly one of the great performers within our program. And then the next one I would say, which hits to where a lot of moms and parents do go to, is registry sites are always a big one. Babylist has been with us for a long time. They are a big contributor on the affiliate side. We've integrated with them like in ways that honestly have helped our business and helped them. And we have a long-term partnership. We meet very frequently. We talk about how we can help and honestly get in front of new moms in ways unlike any other. So it's like those are two definitely really good partners that kind of speak to the type of partners we work with.
Yeah, well, it's really cool. The Confidently Mom, I actually checked out that site before, and they have Lovevery. She has Lovevery right on the navigation bar. Like you can tell there's a deep partnership. She's reviewing, the playthings that are coming through. And not only are you getting, promotion to her audience, but also this feedback mechanism where you're hearing back like, hey, you know what, we were using this product and this part's, it breaks a little bit too easily. Or like one of my friends was using this. I can imagine that you almost have this focus group that's out there that can be able to give you product feedback at the same time as they're promoting and helping you drive sales as well.
Exactly. That's a great way to put it.
So you've mentioned a couple of partner types. It sounds like you work with creators or creator affiliates, and you also work with some more traditional affiliates. So tell me, what type of partners are you most excited to be working with right now?
Honestly, top of the mind, content publishers, review sites. Those are two I will say. Any way we can get product into those people's hands who are really reaching moms, reaching parents, and really trying to get in front of or get Lovevery in front of those audiences. Those are top two that we will always search for. We do work with some creators. I'll be honest, not many. We do have a little bit of slight overlap with our influencer team, but like we look really for creators who want to drive that. Like I want to prove that my audience can move the needle for Lovevery. Let's partner on that side. So we do work on that side. And the major publishers, I mentioned stuff like Babylist, even though they may not consider themselves a major publisher, I do think they're. But like we do work with Dotdash, we do work with quite a few different brands as far as to other different major publishers, especially ones that are focused on parenting kids and babies. You got to remember our product is for kids. We really try to emphasize that. We try to always go from a different range. Whether we love newsletters, we love all of it, but it really comes down to how are you connecting with kids, babies, and parents. Those are the key areas that we look for when it comes down to a publisher.
That's cool. So that's the type of partners that you like to work with. And I'm curious, on the flip side of this, why is it that, a creator or a review site or a traditional affiliate, why do you think that they should work with you?
Well, to be honest, I think the quality that our products offer are very unique and valuable. I think when it comes down to being on the opposite side, you always want to be able to provide the best products possible to your audience, right? And I think for us, we are very open to being able to seed product to partners so that way they can see it for themselves, so they can experience it, touch it, feel it, everything around that. I'm never shy about being able to partner on that standpoint. But I think with all of us, I think a lot of people like yourself, like myself, we have children of our own. And if you don't have children, maybe children's in your future, or you have nieces and nephews, I think we all can agree that helping children is really a big thing for us. And I think as a publisher who has the audience to be able to reach parents and reach means to be able to help kids, I think honestly, we really try to make sure we're top in the market when it comes down to how we can work with each other. So I'm always on the other end of communicating with people who are reaching out. And I think I always try to build as close of a relationship to make it worthwhile for someone to see somebody's on the other end. But also we really try to make sure that the value that you comes from you seeing the product, but also seeing how it can be the incentivization is very worth it. We provide a very competitive CPA. We really do always try to provide the best means to partner with brands, especially on a flat fee or a hybrid basis that can incentivize both parties. And yeah, man, I'm a pretty fun guy to work with every once in a while.
Well, I think you have a high quality product. the benefits to kids and parents are very clear, especially to anyone that has a kid in that age range, definitely. And you're right. I think it's fun, and not only fun to work with you, but it's a fun product to be able to promote if you're a creator or a review site. I just imagine people like us, where we're in this marketing or affiliate space, we're sitting down for Thanksgiving dinner and people are like, what do you do for a job? It's much more fun to say, hey, we provide these like learning kits for kids to be able to play, versus, hey, I sell a VPN, right? It's a little tougher to get, your aunt and uncle's attention. That's incredible. We're so happy to have Lovevery as a brand on the Impact platform. So happy to be working with you, and can't wait to see the more creators, review sites, content sites, and other partners that you'll bring on board.
I appreciate it, Jerrid. I appreciate you having me.
Build the buzz with every post, make the most, we coast to coast, from news to trends, we never stop. The publisher's playbook got it locked.